We had
Oh, okay. I must have misunderstood.
Because that in German it means that.
Yeah, you know.
A greased lizard or greased wizard on.
The German translation gets lost somewhere.
Is it in fact in German that a penis is a greased lizard?
No.
I'll give you the Achtung.
What? So I gave her the Achtung, and then I had to get out of there quickly because, whew, buddy.
I think I'm gonna go now. Good night.
Not before you help me with the skills, but okay, fine. We can do it without the talk.
Yeah, time to start the MLP. Yeah.
Exactly.
MLG, MLP.
Let me take your hoof into my hand, Tina.
What the hell is oh, my little toe.
Yes.
Don't be so fancy.
Oh, you want it crude? Okay.
Give it to me raw.
Oh,
whoa.
Oh, this flowery talk has wanted, you know.
If you need material for that kind of campaign, I think there's lots of it on DeviantArt.
The 50 Shades generator, yes. Yeah.
I still have Save Search on my DeviantArt.
You know, your loss.
Yeah. Discount Rilinid's, you know, florid.
You know, I did go to DeviantArt and I found Rilinid's pictures, and there are so many different pictures of him. He is a model.
You know? Yeah.
I bet you guys didn't know that.
I think we've all suspected.
That Rilinid is a model.
Gotta prestidigitate himself all the way, man.
Yeah. That's not natural. He's using magic, I've heard. Uses magic to bleach his hair.
Yes.
Sir.
You know, the hair that's covered in a funeral shroud.
That funeral shroud. He must look so weird.
I know, I love it. All I need to do is strap some goggles on the motherfucker and we'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't even... Yes, but let me put on my monocle underneath my funeral shroud.
We should have goggles over the funeral shroud, over the...
Just get that Tinker's cap with all the mirrors and lenses on it.
Oh, I saw that and I wanted that. And I was like, no, I couldn't get that, no. That looked too stupid even for me. No.
So stupid, but so good. Yeah. Well, yeah, I will be off as well. I need to sleep.
Yeah. Thanks for the nightmare fuel earlier, Jonas. I appreciate that. You might as well just have thrown the fucking Herald at me again, too, while you were at it.
You know, I enjoy sending those things your way because you appreciate it.
It's what he does. He gives people nightmares, especially with his game. When we play Pathfinder.
Yeah. PathfinderNightmares.com. That's the site.
Bluehorse.com.
It's not even a lie. I did get nightmares from Jonas.
It's true. I've induced nightmares.
Well, you know, he is a Swede. Come on.
It's true. My evil aura.
Look at his wallpaper, seriously.
Yes.
His evil wallpaper.
The funny thing with that picture was that wasn't even the wallpapers. If you read the descriptions, like, this is a wallpaper. Not the one you're looking for, but just a wallpaper.
Yes.
So.
All right, you find some time to rest, Jonas, so that you can be ready to rap for us next week.
I'll see what I can do. Yeah, catch you guys later.
Bye.
Night, guys.
Bye. And I guess it's time for me to play more Tropical 4. No, 5.
I was going to say 4. Wow. You'd be like, oh, well. It's like,
mainly I've been playing 4 recently because I don't...
You're just spiting the new one. Just like, fuck you, new one.
Well, to be fair, Tropical 4 and Tropical 5 are almost identical. In gameplay, at least. Which is not a bad thing, because the gameplay is fine. Yeah. Tropical 5 just looks prettier.
The last one I played was 3.
I have 3
I think I played 3 at some point, too. Oh, well, it's a good game. Kind of expensive, but who knows if it's worth it. I haven't played the campaign completely yet, so I can't tell.
You could have always waited for a sale, but you know, you German physicists make so much money that you just gotta lay it down, right?
I could have waited, but then I would have to wait. So that's the problem.
You could have spent that time trying to min-max your character.
I could.
So what do you guys think about how that session went?
That session was, I think, one of the best we've had so far. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah?
We had some kingdom stuff, we had some roleplay with Talon, and then we had some
I enjoyed Alauneari getting crushed.
exploration. Yeah, had some good moments.
You know, I gotta admit, I did sadistically enjoy seeing Alan. Yeah. That's probably the highlight of Rilinid's. Like...
I mean, I might heal her, but, you know, seeing her on the floor is like, oh.
You know, if it had just been her, that would have been great. But, you know, all other family members got crushed, too. That was very disheartening, particularly Tristan.
But the important ones didn't. So.
Absolutely not. You know, Rilinid and Zyn know that they can count on each other for that. You know,
They're not getting crushed.
They're the ones with the watchful eyes. Rae'nkalar's too busy being subservient.
Well, I mean, I can next time I can not tell you about the fact the ground was opening up.
That's cool. Next time I can not tell you about the possible escape to freedom out of this hellhole. And just fly up there myself. See ya, bitches.
Yeah, the point
just
is that we would
suddenly turn incorporeal and float away.
Yes.
We would see you float away.
You definitely would see me float away and go, how the fuck did he just do that?
I would think that, but the point is we can still follow. If I just stepped out the way, you wouldn't have time.
True. It'll be okay. You haven't seen my reflex save. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting evasion pretty soon, man. You don't even know.
Yeah, and what did I gain this level with my saves? +1 reflex.
Woo!
Right.
It's over. That's all.
+1 on the wall saves.
Yeah, the fortitude saves, man. We had quite a few of those. That is not my strong suit. I got +2. Ooh.
So even though it's my strong suit, I kept failing them.
You know, you fucking throw enough d20s. Some of them are gonna end tits up. You know.
That's true.
It's that was
Which brings us back to the important question: are they angry tits?
Yes, that is the most important question we must deal with today.
You know, if they're snake eyes on 1d20s, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't know how Tarlin would play out there. There was
and then me and Tine were talking about it. We were like worried about what could happen.
I was kind of surprised that we were so relaxed and not really bothered. I guess he was expecting it to happen at some point.
I have a feeling that part of that is from Tristan.
I did warn, you know, Tarlin, like 2 years ago, several sessions ago, that there would come a day when Alauneari would bring the hammer down, and Tarlin would have to answer for it. And he better have something prepared.
That moment came, the moment's gone.
It's a good conversation to have,
But even if he had told us all that stuff earlier, would we have sold him? I mean, we couldn't even have done that. Really.
Logically, no. It's an intelligent decision. Obviously, you know, trying to get in the mind of the character. He doesn't know us from Adam. He doesn't know how we'll act. You know, he probably doesn't know the full history of House Vytharia. You know, we might be incredibly stupid and try to find some way to leverage him, even though we're also exiled.
Or we could have killed him for keeping secrets. Who knows? Yep. But we didn't, I guess.
And the reason why, you know, the whole idea came up with bringing that up during the council meeting was so that everyone was there. And that included Tether Qual stationing guards on the stairwell in case Tarlin tried to make a run for it.
Which, lucky didn't come up.
About a half dozen guys, from what Manaki said, stationed along that stairwell.
And, I doubt they would stop him, but it would definitely slow him down a lot. So
enough for everyone in the council room to, you know, catch up to him.
Yeah.
Skullfuck him.
Especially with some of us moving 40-foot move speeds, which like...
You know, and you know we joked, you know, if he could kill every one of us in the council room, really, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, I wonder what kind of level character he is. I mean, if he is available as a cohort, it would make sense that he is not like a level 15 character. I think he's like... I assume he's like 5 or 6, maybe. Or maybe like the Baroness at 8. Who knows? I'm just randomly guessing.
I had not thought that Tarlin and Trissa would hit it off so well, though. I'm pleased by that. I like that. It's good. Good job, Tarlin. Good for you.
I just realised looking at the leadership sheet. Woo! I'm the only one with +6 in a skill in one of the leadership roles.
Hooray!
Plus 6.
Wait,
yeah.
plus 6?
5 strength, and then 5 points in professional soldier as another +1.
Oh, I never looked at those optional skill.
But you should have checked which one the marshal uses.
I don't remember which one it is the marshal uses. Maybe knowledge nature? I don't know.
I was muted while talking. That's stupid.
Motherfucking sheep.
Yeah, I'm not used to the whole having to mute thing. Let's see. Kingdom.
Welcome
not
to
Kingdom.
Welcome to my world. I mean, I guess I could always just do this. Yes. Listen to the cold. It's calling for you. I want to subtly caress your ears. Tell you how much it loves you. It'll hold you close.
Why is my internet so slow? God damn it. Come on. There we go.
I also loved how the session where I extolled the virtues of Skype over TeamSpeak for recording the tabletop sessions, that Skype goes, nah, let's make him regret it.
Oh, for martial survival, which I have 5 ranks in already, so I should have given 6 points a while ago.
You cheated us out of everything!
I didn't know we were using those, because they're optional.
God. Yeah, Jonas said he approved them. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Hatred and anger.
There we go. 30 economy now. We have way too much stability.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't. We're we're gonna continue to grow. We Manaki and I definitely did bat in, stability buildings to build every turn. But there's gonna come a point, probably whenever we start setting up the new city, where we're gonna run broke. The build order, as suggested, Manaki said he wants to start it relatively soon, perhaps even by turn 13. I'm doing that.
Broke as in treasury?
Yeah, broke.
Wouldn't it then make sense to increase the taxation?
That would be, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll have enough money by that time to start the new city, but, it's going to be touch and go for a little bit. We'll run on orchards and happiness. It's okay. And hopes and dreams with cave bees.
Yeah, if we went to overwhelming taxes, which sounds ridiculous, we would have a 15% chance to fail the stability check.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Jonas and his whole wagging his tongue about how horrible things could happen just around the bend. It doesn't seem like we've had an event that wasn't tied into the campaign.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they all are tied into the campaign. Who knows?
I know how the Fire Mountain Games books, maybe there's an excerpt of, like, should the players choose to commit to overwhelming taxes?
Kill them all, because they are stupid.
The next Manaki and I have made quite a few jokes about situations happening like that.
Oh.
So I hear that you got to have quite a lot of fun as Chiron, when all the casters were separated from you, and up ahead were the sweet meats of these tender guards for you to rip apart.
That was great. They've got me surrounded, the poor bastards.
I know. They had so much more boring spells too. Manaki and I gave them some fun shit.
Yeah, well, the thing about that entire fight is it wasn't hard. We were, at least I felt that we were never in really any danger, but they were just so annoying.
That was the entire purpose of.
Yeah.
Like Jonas waited 2 disintegrates, just getting those damn stone walls down.
It was never a situation of trying to making you guys break the piggy bank of resources. They're there just to troll you.
Yeah. I kind of liked that fight.
Well, one thing
because anything they threw at me didn't matter at all, because blind sense and blind fight, hooray!
Clearly we need something to paralysis instead.
Yeah, okay, if they start paralyzing us for multiple rounds, then I think we might be screwed. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what comes next, whatever that might be. Maybe I shouldn't look forward to that, because it might be death, yes.
No. Probably not. But, you know, if there were no death involved, then where would the challenge be, right?
Exactly,
if there wasn't
yeah.
the threat of that. Believe me, I'm looking forward to it, too. I've been waiting for 2 weeks.
Like, soon they will find out.
Do you actually watch these sessions, or does Manaki just give you a summary?
I watched several of them through book 1, but whenever Manaki really asked for my help a few weeks ago, I cracked the books open and I got them, and that's when I read through all the Way of the Wicked stuff so that I could better help him. So I know where the story could go potentially, where it might not go, and that's how I was able to help him with some of the stuff in the cathedral. He was having some difficulties understanding some things, trying to design encounters appropriate for you guys.
Yeah, I've never actually read any adventure path whatsoever, so I don't know how encounters are actually proposed. Are they just like, you should make characters that are like that, perhaps, maybe? Or do they have like very specific things?
It depends on the adventure path in question. Fire Mountain, I can definitely assure you that Manaki has given you encounters and monsters which were not depicted in the books. But, you know, it also gives situations where, you know, the book does provide, like, encounters for you, and of course you're free to tool them however you see fit, depending on the players, the situation, shit like that. Those clerics, for example, were designed to be very ineffective and stupid, and not even be able to do, like, the crowd control isolation they did. They wouldn't have trolled you guys, all of you would have just mowed through them. Like in fucking 2-3 rounds. No walls, no obscuring mist, none of that, you know, holy bullshit. Yeah. And in Fire Mountain games, like, they build these people, the NPCs, as if they're actual living beings. You know, with jobs and hobbies and desires. They don't build them like you, the player does, who's, like, you know, fucking bending his, like, will to try to get this certain feat, you know, or class ability or feature. You know.
Yeah, they give them like skill-focused professional librarian or something, probably.
You know, not skill-focused profession librarian, but profession cook is a factual thing. That's right. You know, this character fancies himself a cook. Really enjoys cooking. Yeah. But it does depend on the adventure path, the quality of the adventure path. The Way of the Wicked is one of the better ones I've ever seen across any of the tabletop systems I played. I think you guys are in for a treat, and it fills me with some hope that Throne of Night will be very good too, although I have some concern that Gary McBride might be a little rushed.
Yeah. Rushed or just close to giving up completely.
Or fucking jacking off or whatever, you know, just I got your money now, motherfuckers, I'm gone.
Oh. In Way of the Wicked, I think 2 sessions or 1 session ago, those anti-magic field melee angels, were they in the actual book, or did Manaki make those up?
No, those existed. You
okay.
guys fought them, I think it was 2 sessions ago, and then last session you just completely mopped them up in, like, this revenge play of...
We didn't even intend them when we were teleporting to fight them, we just happened to fight them.
But before that session we spent like 3 or 4 hours discussing how we would fight enemies with anti-magic fields.
Oh yeah, we certainly thought about it, like, okay, so how would you beat an anti-magic field? Not easily, but...
Yeah. No, the anti-magic field angels do exist. And Manaki had actually lamented. I was like, they should have expected that. I'm like, Manaki, look at how many angels are in that section, when they're told to expect angels, how many of them actually know all of the angels in character, let alone out
I
of character?
don't know any of them out of character.
Like, out of character, I knew a few. I didn't know that angel in particular, but I knew a few of them.
And of all of the possible angels that could be sent to them, you expected that it was going to be the ones with the anti-magic? Come on.
But even had we expected them, how the hell would we have fought 3 enemies with anti-magic fields?
Clearly we did.
Them? Well, we did, because we managed to cancel 2 of the fields.
Yes, but that's what we could have done if we expected them. The point was,
that was lucky rolls, though.
It just ends up being a weakness against a spell-heavy party.
Yeah, we are so spell-heavy.
Though the same could be. There are weaknesses no matter what style of party you go for. You just have to find them.
Well, if you had like a normal party of like fighter, archer, rogue, wizard, and cleric, then there wouldn't be any specific weaknesses at least.
But, that's arguable.
But we are certainly very spell heavy. But I think all of our characters are kind of interesting, both in terms of build and in general.
And certainly, I mean, you guys have a wide variety of abilities. Your friends, the minions and cohorts and followers you have, also have a variety of abilities. What do you guys think are going to happen with those characters Manaki asked you to pick?
Oh, I don't even want to think about that.
I know what Jonas is thinking, which is everyone which we haven't picked is going to die.
I'm thinking everyone we have picked is going to die, but that what do you mean?
Which is not part of the game's ability.
That's true.
Opposite opinions. I love it.
Yeah, we've had these conflicting opinions. Me and Jonas are on he's going to kill everyone we haven't picked, and then like Sheep is on the opposite side.
The thing I find I think is most probable is simply that something is going to happen to the town of whatever it's called, Sanctuary, while we are in there, so we
I think
control
it's Sanctum.
minions. Yeah,
I think it's
Sanctum. Yeah,
it's Sanctum. Someone did propose the idea that what if we have to control the characters like we had the option at one point where we might be able to play the golem and skeletons. Because that came up when we were assaulting in case any of us died on the way in. We didn't, but...
Certainly interested how that's going to turn out.
And of course, Manaki loves cliffhangers.
Oh yeah, he does. At least he recently found his love.
He's always loved cliffhangers. He's just making them more and more obvious.
He has. It'll be interesting to see what you folks get into after or towards the end of next session.
And of course, it's always interesting to hear your opinion from outside sources.
Yeah, outside opinions on this campaign really interest me too.
Well, yes, you see, quite. You're all going to die. You're absolutely.
We already expect that. That's fine.
But even your opinion that this adventure path is really good and it is something that I find really interesting, because I would assume that you have read quite some adventure paths in your time, so that's good.
Over the course of 19 years, I have certainly read a few. Yes.
It's a bit of a shame that Jonas's videos don't get as many comments.
Well, there's just not a whole lot of interest in the watching people play tabletop games.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially ones with long sessions.
Some people like it, but
yeah, there's some people who like it.
Yeah, I know if I wasn't part of it and the sessions weren't live streamed, I wouldn't watch them. I would occasionally tune in, I guess.
Well, in my case, I've rewatched most of the sessions I've been in. Still,
I can't stand my own voice. I just don't.
I've got
watch
to the
any
point
videos with me in it.
I hate it, but I've got to the point where I've kind of just learned to ignore it. Because I have listened to it a lot from recordings and stuff. But yeah, for me, sitting there watching a tabletop game, I'm absolutely happy to do that.
I do need to rewatch one part of one session. think that was the session 2 weeks ago or something.
This is coming from DDS, the guy who watched me roll 120 d20.
Yes.
So he doesn't have much to do with his life.
Well, I do. I do other stuff while I do other stuff. I'm not just staring straight at your dice like, what do we roll next? But
yes, my epic rolling saga of fun and adventure.
It was also kids. I was just curious what your reactions would be if you have any reactions. Just like, oh look, it was the well, I forgot what they were called. Screechers, mushroom things.
The Shriekers.
Shriekers.
I got 4 instances of them in 120 throws. More of mine ended up being on those useless fucking shaggies that expire after 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. Like the very first roll was just like mostly shaggies. Like really, unlucky.
It was a range of like 3 on the 1d20 table that would end up being useless for those shaggies, and another one being useless for those shriekers. So, 16 out of 20 chance that I'd get something valuable. 4/5.
You gain stuff, so.
Certainly did, and the spectral shroud certainly made itself useful already. Yep.
I'm still in my mind like picturing just like.
And you know, if I'd actually gotten trapped in that landslide and not knocked unconscious, which I wouldn't have been. Fucking Zyn just sees like this specter, like, did you die already?
Like the ghost of Rilinid just floats out of it.
Shoot me with your blunt arrows, brother.
Zyn won't question that, he would do it.
He will pull out his ghost touch arrows that he has prepared for just such an occasion.
Knowing Zyn, I would believe it. I'd believe arrows cold and covered in ghost salt.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that. For just such an occasion. The living pool enemy there, that was certainly unfortunate. I didn't have a single thing to use on that.
I noticed, like, you were like, oh well, I'm stuck.
And that's why I was like, well, I gotta get the turn moving. I hate the fact I had to go first. Vanish.
I really like the fact that Tristan had the perfect thing for this.
Well, in her case, I believe
it
is the most like adaptable spell there is. You can make it into any of the abilities, and there are hundreds of them.
Yeah, she had that fucking fly thing to spot the cave fishers. She had this all sorts of like tooth and fang cold shit. I loved that. That was awesome.
I mean, I'm surprised. Like Tine as a player actually was so quick to think up. Wait, I can add that as a power because there's so many powers. You know, it's kind of difficult to know all the ones you could do.
Yeah. Tine is usually quite slow on stuff, but
she was really quick on that one.
Yeah, she knows her shit now, I think.
Even that Manaka's really been helping her study it.
After the thing with Talon, she might just be more into her character in general.
She has been quite into her character. I spoke to her a lot about it, and she's very excited, and also she was also kind of worried what we were going to do. With Talon.
Oh yeah, she certainly expressed her fear to me. She wanted to know, and I told her straight up, it's like, honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. I can promise you I don't intend to kill him. But, you know, he has much to answer for. And you know, and if he had just stood up from the table and called Alauneari a bitch, you know.
By the way, looking at this, I am getting ghost touch arrows. Screw it, I'm doing it.
How much are those?
Well, they are +1 enhancement bonus, which is 2,000 gold. I think half of that to craft.
Well, no, for the arrows, it wouldn't be that much.
It would be 450 arrows. And then I could use, like, abundant ammunition to never expend any of them, so that's great. Does it work on magical?
I don't know if it works with magic ammunition.
I don't think it does.
Non-magical ammunition.
I think you'd have to go to Zan to acquire those. Just because we're going to increase Vothis' base value finally to 500 gold pieces. I don't think.
That just means we can buy generic stuff.
Yeah, I don't think ghost touch arrows are going to be laying around. Like the second stage goes, yes, 5 dozen, yes.
I have them sitting in this drawer here. You see.
It just seems possible, at least.
I mean, it might be. It's almost easy to just like, oh, buy a ghost touch bow.
Well,
Might actually be easier if you really wanted that.
I enjoyed the cloakers. I had hoped I would be able to handle them diplomatically, and that suggestion Manaki had about sending them to the Lake of Diamonds, that never even crossed my mind. That was beautiful.
It was certainly like it was certainly a good idea.
I don't think fighting them was a good idea. They can fly in the air. Rae'nkalar is gonna like jump up in the air, try to hit him with the fucking sword.
There was kind of reason I didn't give my vote to attack them when Alauneari said it. It was just like...
Well, they are considered aberrations, right?
They are aberrations, yes. So Zyn would be hooked until his will save was called into question.
Yeah.
Which would be very quick, and then, you know, what are you gonna do?
I think I did decide to put my improved, like, favorite enemy into aberrations instead of humanoids.
Or drow. Well, elves, humanoid, people say.
You know, that's certainly a valid decision, although we definitely do know we will be facing many drow before all is said and done.
Yeah, having bonus in drow might be nice. Having ooze might be a nice.
Favorite enemy ooze?
It comes up!
So I can hit that ooze better.
You know?
You've worked out how to better destroy an ooze.
I love the part where we looked at you attacking with that fucking sword and went, ah.
my mind must have just like clicked to it because it said lead. It said lead, and I was just like, oh, there it is.
I'm like, yeah. Even Jonas is like, yeah. Don't you fucking divide them! Don't you do it!
Yes, I'm actually against you. I'm making 17 of them.
I loved how I thought we would have a combat encounter for sure while climbing down that great jumping off point. I was pleasantly surprised by that. I thought we'd have to fucking fight while climbing.
That could have caused problems.
That would have been interesting.
Because we'd all be flat-footed, for example.
You know, well, not me, but
sorry, everyone but the acquisitioner.
That's right, everyone but the guy who has the rogue axe. Yes.
Also, you could just turn into a ghost and just float in the middle of the air.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. That would have been a great time to show it. But, yeah, I thought dire bats would come at us for sure, or something like that. Especially
well,
with
the only dire bat
drippings.
we saw was the riding one.
No shit, right?
Well, you know, Zyn's bat is still implied to be around.
Yeah, Zyn's little pet's still around, getting its, you know, hot weather training.
Yeah.
And, you know, it also turns out that, our human slave here was not bullshitting us. We had to only go down 2,200 feet to find a way to the surface.
Which is strange.
Strange, yeah.
Like I know the story. I know like the idea of like digging down to China, but it's like.
Well, the entire like fungal jungle might just be inside of like a mountain or something.
I did consider that, but that means we have mountains inside mountains as well.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's the thing that can happen, I suppose.
We also had our dangerous, you know, old school trap there, where it wasn't even a trap. You know, it was just oh, shit's about to fucking get real. Run!
We had many moments there. Yeah, Zyn discovers something. Rain discovers something. Rilinid discovers something. Like,
Good. So survival has definitely been called into question on multiple occasions, and it has been a strong showing from the Ranger.
Yep, it's kind of the thing I expect to see a good from a Ranger.
Unlike what I heard in your Way of the Wicked game, where where you guys discover like, oh, we're all weak in wisdom, huh?
Well, all but Jonas, and Jonas still wasn't brilliant in it. He was just not negative.
He's like, oh,
Well, you know, Kyron had survival trained, but you got like a +2 bonus. That was not very helpful.
I mean, at this point, we've like completely reversed it, but yeah, we can handle that now. But like Kyron's leading every single trick through mazes. It's just like, we got follow our marriage. It's like, really?
So far, it's worked.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, we got some survival, got some action. I got to have a fucking nightmare. You broke
wonder how that
you
went.
broke a mithril pendant. Ah, dude.
We slept. What's
Well,
left?
we kept the mithril, didn't we?
We kept
Like these shards.
It's like, yeah, it's only like 100 gold. I'm sure that would have been worth so much more.
Well, they only had Rilinid's well-being in mind, I'm sure.
Yes, that's why slapping the stone mask was involved. For multiple characters.
Yes, we had to kind of check. We were kind of you collapse to the floor. It's like, what's going on? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! It's not working.
That should have broken the bless effect right there. Just demonic pact broken. Would have loved it.
Well, from trying to wake you up.
from the slapping, yes.
Hey, wake up, slap, and everyone explodes.
You know, you should have done that to Alauneari. Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, Alauneari, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Well, the difference is, I did a heal check on you. Like, you're not wounded. It's like, what's going on? Like her, it's quite obvious she was wounded. Not the problem.
It's all in her head.
Yes, it's all mental. Ignore all the bruises. It's fine.
It's great. Ah.
We'll see about bruises.
That was so satisfying. Her body laying broken, near death.
And you were just like, I'm not even going to cure it with. I'm just going to stabilize.
It's like, I have this wand here.
Like, we'll deal with that later.
That's why I asked to clarify. Jonas, can I, like, stabilize her with a profession torture skill check? Fantastic.
Which, you know, that's a completely valid use for a profession, I feel.
I thought so, too. You know, I mean, profession librarian, excuse me. My bad.
Profession everything.
Yeah.
Stabilize her with the power of books.
You know, you wrap enough books around her, the bleeding stops, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technically books can be used as a bandage, I guess.
I mean, that's how it works, right? Yeah. Especially the hardback, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're very malleable. Oh, man. We certainly aren't going to go through that much in the way of Kingdom Council action while having our gallivanting. We might not even make it back to Votha's next session.
Then that's when problems happen.
No.
Like, remember that lovely plan thing you had? Let's look at all the vacancy penalties, shall we?
We've got plenty of time still. We're good.
We do have time. Like,
Yeah. I'm just saying we might not make it back to Votha's next session. That doesn't mean we've gone through 3 months.
If that does happen, though, we're gonna have problems.
I think we should be able to get back within 3 months.
We should.
Yeah.
I mean, travel is slow, but it's not like 2 weeks per hex or something.
My greatest concern ends up being what the hell might be on that path of walking madness.
Yeah.
It's not a very comforting name, is it?
No. It's the serious of the name which harkens, attention to it. I'm not too thrilled about the Realm of the Blue Ghost name either. My brain's racking, like trying to come up with some sort of contrivance to make a knowledge check on it, and I got nothing. Actually, according to like this book here, that one page that Rilinid read.
Only that one, though.
I expect aberrations. That seems like a reasonable guess.
The Underdark does involve aberrations.
Yeah.
That's certainly a fair guess, yes.
Just as I expected fire to be in the flame-infested mud zone.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an advisement I wanted to make sure I ended up sharing with the party. Just in case reminder. We're going down into hell here, guys. And endure elements. How useful does that end up being, right? God.
Yeah. Passing a check with a 11. That was fortuitous.
I mean, sometimes the DC 10.
You can only imagine how hard the fortitude save might have been without endure elements.
I mean, endure elements is normally just like you don't need to make a fortitude save at all. So in fact, we had to.
Good thing the slaves keep succeeding on their saving throws. Jesus.
DC 30.
I can pass that if it's a reflex save.
See, could I pass a DC 30 on anything? Well, if it's a DC 30, if it's like a DC 30 on a fortitude save that was somehow an enchantment or a fear effect.
Yeah.
I could do it.
And of course, I can do that on some knowledge skill checks too with Lore Master.
It's just I could do a DC 30 because if it was an enchantment fear effect that was will, I could also do it kind of plus 11 then. So, enchantment fear and an arcane evocation.
Yeah, 30 I could beat that with a perception check pretty easily. But no save ever uses perception, unfortunately.
No.
You know,
funny enough,
maybe one day you will have a fully functional character sheet, to token rather, with all of your bonuses correctly applying. You know?
What?
I double checked.
What heresy are you thinking up?
I think most of them are actually correct, but my character sheet is wrong.
Right.
At least I know what they're supposed to be. So
you mean your notepad?
Yeah, my notepad is being weird.
What is your bonus in profession torture, by the way? Curiosity.
+7. I only have 1 rank in it.
You know, it turned out to be useful.
Yeah, I used it before. Used it again. And, you know, it's like, you know, I could heal, but in my profession, I've needed to heal people. And make sure they do not die from blood loss. Because I got overzealous.
You defeat the whole point.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm sure you love the fact that you were using a torture skill in Alauneari.
You know, there were multiple pleasurable things happening in that instance.
It should be forever remembered.
Did I take notes for this session? Oh yeah, I did. Halfway through, at least. No. My notes for the Way of the Wicked sessions are funny sometimes. Sometimes I take like super elaborate like paragraphs of notes.
And sometimes you'll take better notes.
Yeah, I think like 5 sessions ago my notes were just, I need to take better notes. And that was it. And I think for last session I just took what's the word? Abbreviations?